Heel frappant, in Milaan staat een dergelijk gebouw. Daar heet het de Galleria Emmanuel. Begin 1887 werd de wijk Santa Brigida met de grond gelijk gemaakt, ten gevolge van de cholera-epidemie. In 3 jaar tijd werd dit gebouw opgetrokken. Napels was toen een mondain centrum voor kunstenaars, schrijvers, dichters, artiesten en muzikanten. De connectie met Parijs was groot. In dezelfde periode werd de Eiffeltoren gebouwd. In het gebouw zitten heel wat symbolen verstopt van de vrijmetselaars, de Grande Oriente d'Italia, die hier hun kantoor hebben. Zo komen de 4 gangen uit in een koepel gevormd door een perfecte achthoek, die voor vrijmetselaars symbool staat voor oneindigheid, wederopstanding en het eeuwige leven. Boven in de koepel staan 8 bronzen vrouwen afgebeeld die 8 kandelaars vasthouden. Ook licht is een belangrijk symbool voor de vrijmetselaars en staat voor waarheid. Het CASTEL NUOVO is een middeleeuws kasteel. Een latere versie, 1442-1460, onder het bewind van de Aragonezen.
She is the love of his life, Lucrezia dall'Agno. In the first box, we can find the middle, the emblem of Aragon, but an animal too, that it's a griffin. The griffin mythologically means the power. One soldier on the left with that hand, on his chest have a symbol. Which kind of symbol is it? On the chest. The first one. Yeah, the first soldier. The first. Yeah. Which kind of symbol is it? It's the danger shield. So that means that he was a soldier of Holy Grail. Because you have to know the soldier in the past. You could recognize him with a symbol, with the particular symbols.
In het begin van de 15e eeuw bestormde Alfons V Napels. Alfons V was koning van Aragon en Sicilië. Hij verdreef het huis Anjou van de Napolitaanse troon. De museumzalen zijn verdeeld over verschillende verdiepingen en herbergen sculpturen, schilderijen en voorwerpen uit de middeleeuwen tot het einde van de 19e eeuw.
we can see Maschio. It was a tower with the name Mastio, but with the Napolitan pronouns, with this T, it becomes CH, Maschio, Mastio in Maschio. Angelino is just a reference of French dynasty, because the castle born in 1278 from Charles I of Anjou, so Angevin dynasty. But when Charles came here, he looks at around him there were other castles, like Castel Nuovo on seaside, and also Castel Capuano in Garibaldi station. Now we have the representation, the war between Angevin with Aragonese. But on this law we have 4 symbols that I advise you to remember it, because we will find it in the whole castle. These symbols are the book, an opened book, but in the other side, because for the king it's a knowledge, but a knowledge not for everybody. For this reason we can read only the cover. Under the book, the note that represents the knight is born, so the soldiers. After the note, the medium, it's a cereal, but with ellipse represent a wise government, but also strong. They bring the door on the fleet, and during the travel to Naples up to French, they were bombed from Aragonese. For this reason, we can find a cannon shot which goes from inside out. Okay. Because she wanted to kill directly his prisoners. How? She puts them on this map and throw them directly inside this hole. That is deep 10 meters or 30 meters, more or less. Yeah. But she had to think that people could not die in a fast way. Because in the past, the sea reached the window, and with the high tide, but also with a canal between the sea and prison, this hole filled up of water. And here it's born a legend, the legend of Prachtige. Because are 2 different materials too, because this is the Napolitan yellow tuff and a material from volcano, and this is piperno, also material from volcano, but it was very, very strong. But under we can find a thermal part, but that belongs to the Roman Empire in the first century. The Napolitan yellow tuff is a material that absorbs water. So the Roman people thought, okay, it's true that it's absorb water, but we found here hydraulic malta, so a material that makes waterproof this material. So for this reason, the water could be here. But on there, we found a domus romana, so a huge villa inside the castle of the 5th century. It's a garden, because it's a fountain of garden, because here we found a pipe on here. It's covered with hydraulic malta, this material that makes waterproof the water. But it stops here, in this square form of marble, because you should think here they were playing with water, with a beautiful statue, Roman statue. It's a garden because there is marble cipollino, the name. This bus reached 2 meters. This one 1 meter and 18. That belongs to the period before Angevin. Alfonso of Aragon arrived here with Guglielmo Segrera, an architect from Valencia, the city of King, to build this chapel. The chapel is like the chapel in Valencia, the cathedral, because Alfonso and Guillermo were inspired from the chapel of Valencia. And here you can see the differences. This is the chapel of Valencia, like you can see.
Okay.
And this is the chapel in Naples. Are very, very similar, but with two differences. The first one is this window, called oculum, in Latin means eye. In Valencia, this window is closed. Another difference, in Valencia you can find the Holy Grail of King, but in Naples no, because he sell it to conquer the city of Naples. This is the Holy Grail of King. But now, if we can analyze a paint of Alfonso, this is Alfonso, at 5 p.m. and 30 up to 7 p.m. and 30, this form it stops in the middle of throne, with another form. This time it's book, illuminated book, because this time this book can reach the people when entering inside the castle. So the people inside the castle, when they enter inside, they could ask themselves, okay, why there is a book in the other side? When 21 June, they have the answer. So this book is for them. For this reason, it's a knowledge not for everybody. Because in 21 June, King wanted to give his knowledge just for some.
Reeds in 1860 opende het zijn deuren, het oudste en geliefdste café van de stad, waarvan bekend is dat er figuren zoals Oscar Wilde, Gabriele D'Annunzio op zijn afgekomen. Dit is het Koninklijk Paleis dat we later gaan bezoeken. Het ligt aan de Piazza Plebiscito. De overzijde zie je de Basilica Reale, maar deze is gesloten. Neoclassistische architectuur. Het prachtige interieur van het theater San Carlo.
I was telling you that. But those who sit up on the top are aided by a square wooden structure. If you turn this structure upside down, it's like a drum. This music goes from the stage where they
In iedere loge had je een spiegel hangen. Deze spiegel was heel belangrijk, want zo kon je van daaruit de koning zien. Indien de koning begon te applaudisseren, kon jij ook applaudisseren. Daarvoor mocht het niet.
So novels would get used to sound.
It's always on you. Don't push it, accept it, just lay it down straight. Get to the others without hesitation, because really means your whole mission. Help always sneak somewhere. We proudly adore the day. We are trained to do what we do.